Gotta cut the millennials and Gen Z some slack because this isn't ordinary. They are moving quickly on the middle class because of the housing. Even that slide you just brought up, someone making $77,000 cannot qualify for a $400,000 home. That's the first time that's ever happened in the past 50 years. So they're being forced to rent. It's eating up 50% of their income.
50+% say we're in a recession. 58% say the economy is getting worse. It's not. By all objective measures, it's getting better. People keep feeling worse. Why is that?
I think it depends on the age, because I think we're kind of living in two separate economies, if you will. Because if you're somebody who's over 60 years old, if you have a $400,000 home and you have just property taxes and homeowner insurance for $600 a month, that is significantly better than a millennial or Gen Z or spending $2,500 for rent or $3,600 for a mortgage. So I think people under 40 are really feeling the stress about the economy, saying it's not good because housing's up, college is up, daycare is through the roof. But I think people over 60 who sit back and go, my 401k is looking good, my house went up 40%, the economy's doing well, groceries are high, but we can deal. So I think it just depends on the age, because the millennials and Gen Zs are the ones really struggling.
We have the strongest economy in the world. We have the most productive workers in the world. And given a fair shot, given a fair chance, Americans have never, ever let their country down. Never. Never. We have the strongest economy in the world. We have the most productive workers in the world. And given a fair shot, given a fair chance, Americans have never, ever let their country down. Never. Never. We have the strongest economy in the world. We have the most productive workers in the world. And given a fair shot, given a fair chance, Americans have never, ever let their country down. Never. Never. Americans have never, ever let their country down. Never. We have the strongest economy in the world.
Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that will and taught me this truth, peace, and salutation to the Akim that's pushing his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and waking up the hopeful elect, risking your lives and freedoms to do so, definitely more so now than ever before. This is the brother Zion Amath from the GMS Detroit Bar Camp, and this is going to be a lesson regarding the state or condition of Babylon the Great, aka America, right? And we are, if you didn't know already, as you should, we're living in a broken economy, a broken society, all right? At the top of the video, I played a clip from the Instagram showing how the housing market, all right, the perspective of the housing market is grossly different from those that's in maybe their 60s or 70s versus those that's just below 40, and it, as they're saying, depends who you ask, but in reality, all right, everyone's catching hell. How do you know that? When you go into these grocery stores, who are you seeing in these grocery stores? All right, that's the greeter or the bagger or whatnot. All right, you're seeing a lot of elderly, all right, people, right, in these big box stores, whether it's Walmart, Myers, Target, all right, Sam's Club, just to name a few. Right, you're seeing people that's in retirement age still working. Well, why is that? Because the pension is not enough. Not alone, right? Social Security, right? It's not enough. All right? Because inflation, all right, has made everything skyrocket. All right? To where everything is unaffordable. You see? So it's either, if you do have the money, you go on that nice vacation, right, or buy that nice thing you wanted, all right? But if you do that, you're going to cry. You're going to cry later. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing it, but you ain't really got it, all right? All households at this point requires 2 incomes. All right, and with that, that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? So everyone is catching hell, all right, because the elites are doing this literally by design, because they're trying to usher in, all right, their new world system of everything going strictly 100% digital, all right, and to participate in that agenda, you're going to have to take the C hill, all right, which is the MOTB, that is the mark of the beast, written of in the Revelation, the 13th chapter. All right, so this economy is gone, man. There's nothing you can do to fix it, to heal it, to bring it back. There ain't no make America great again. All right, that's all nonsense. All right, it never was great. All right, in terms of that, it never was great for the Israelites, the true Israelites. We try the so-called Negroes, Blacks, and Native Americans. We can't find a time in history that it was a good time. All right, you know. But for these elites, for these so-called white people, right? They at least they've always had the just the better end of the stick, so to say. They've always had the option to win, all right? Because even for these lesser Edomites, right, that work these 9 to 5s, you still are, you still have that white privilege thing on your side, all right? And even if you are catching hell and you so-called white, oh well, you're just gonna end up a 2-time loser. Because hey, you're losing on this side, and you're gonna lose in the kingdom if you're an Edomite. All right. Whereas for Jake, like I say, it's never been a good time. So basically, just the whole world, especially here in America, you're just catching up to what Jacob has been experiencing the whole time. All right, hardship, basically. And that's due to us going off as a nation, as a people. You know, we didn't stay on the straight and narrow, all right? That is following after Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right? And when you don't do that, consequences ensue, all right? That is the curses. The curses, all right, rained upon us to this very day, you know? And, hey, we can't save ourselves. We can't fix this problem. We have to depend, all right? We have to depend on a higher power, all right? Power from out of this realm, all right? That is Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the Father, and the Son who the world will ignorantly call Jesus. His true name in the Paleo-Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, which means He delivers, or He saves, or He salvation, right? Heavenly Father, Yahweh, means He exists, all right? So I just want to get a few precepts to highlight, you know, the state of America as it is falling, right? Like it already failed, all right? It just hasn't failed physically in terms of the missiles falling upon it, but hey, trust and know that's soon to come, all right? The Lord is sucking the life out of this place, all right? Day by day, moment by moment, all right? Why? Because it's more dramatic, you know what I'm saying? The Lord could destroy this place in one day, yeah, absolutely. But it's more gut-wrenching, right? When you have a place that slowly dissolves away from its greatness. You know what I'm saying? That's where everyone can bear witness to that. You can see it in real time, all right? So that's what you're looking at. I played in the second clip, all right, of tent cities homeless people, right? Strung out on God knows what. Ultimately, opiates, right? Because you had that opiate, onslaught come through, and it's got these people out of their mind, literally, on the streets of America. I mean, from coast to coast. It ain't just in California anymore, right? You can go to any major city in all of these 50 states, right? You're gonna find, something very similar to that, if not that. All right, 10 cities, homeless on the streets, right? Due to just America beating them up, right? But then as of late, they just, I don't know if it actually passed, but it's supposed to make it illegal, right, for homeless people to be homeless. Like, what is that, So just more proof, like, hey, this devil, he is the devil without a shadow of a doubt. Only a devil would do that. See, in our law, we had a welfare system, but with Esau, when you're down on your luck and your lowest moment, all right, he's gonna ensure that it's he's gonna put more hell on you, basically. So anyway, this is Ecclesiastes. It started with Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 3, and it reads, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble,